The Simba Hybrid Luxe Mattress. I've been sleeping on this mattress for 4 weeks now. I've got a pretty good handle on it. I've tested it, slept on it, ready to tell you exactly my thoughts on this mattress and who it's going to suit and who it might not suit. So, Simba Luxe Hybrid Mattress means it comes from Simba. Who are Simba? The actual company is Simba Sleep Limited. Started selling mattresses online 2016. They're based in Bristol. I'm saying started online in 2016, like a lot of these companies started online, but then available other places. So you can try and buy the Simba Hybrid Luxe Mattress in no less than John Lewis, several local associated independent stores, and Benson for beds. You can also buy Simba on Amazon, eBay, and Argos. Simba do 3 mattresses. To be fair, it could be quite easy to get confused between the 3 mattresses, but what we do know about Simba is it's a hybrid mattress. It's got pocket springs, but a lot of the times that is not the whole story. And the thing to note about Simba is if you get their Simba Hybrid mattress, which is the cheapest of the 3 mattresses they currently do, you will get up to 2,500 mini pocket springs. And now this is the point, is that Simba came along with their micro conical shaped pocket springs. That's what made them a little bit different. Not the first ones to do that, but they had their own slant in it. It's conical, which means when it collapses, the top is a little bit narrower than the rest of the pocket spring. It can collapse right down into itself. And so it can collapse almost to the width of the actual gauge of the wire itself. So conical is very clever. It's very good. Also means you can graduate the amount of resistance there is. However, 25 millimeters, 2.5 centimeters, it's not a big pocket spring. And this is where most of the confusion is. These micro pocket springs were to aid in the comfort layers. Some people think pocket springs is all about support. No, in the use in Simba and given their size, it's about supporting the comfort layers. What you would hope by adding micro pocket springs of that size is a little bit more durability to the layers above, a little bit more bounce, and hopefully a little bit more contouring. So we've got one layer, it's in the comfort area, just below the top comfort layer, and it's 25 millimeters deep. You go a step up to the Hybrid Pro. Headlines will say up to 5,000 pocket springs measured in a king size. And that means you're getting 2 layers of the 25 millimeter pocket springs, micro pocket springs. What happens if you put one layer on top of the other? It's basically like having a 5 centimeter pocket spring. Still a small size for pocket springs, but now you've got 2 layers. It's like having a 5 centimeter pocket spring, but it's aiding the comfort layer. It's not there to support. Let's get this straight. Right from the beginning, there's a difference between the top comfort layers of a mattress and the bits below. Obviously, in a mattress like this, you've got an integrated base layer. It's supporting. It's there to hold, to stop you going any further. It's like, right, we sink in to get a comfort, and then we want it to hold us up. We don't want to go any further. So that is the major difference. If you're going to get full-size pocket springs, they're more to do with the support, or graduated support. Yes, you'll get contouring as well, but they're going to be further down the layers of the mattress. You're going to interact with it less. So I have hammered home this point. And I think it's important because it's probably the most misunderstood use of pocket springs. Time and time again, I do see people saying, we've had a look at the pocket springs, I pushed it down and there's no resistance. Yes, because it's not there for support. I'm not going to say any more about that. I just want to hammer home the point. So you understand you cannot judge micro pocket springs that are towards the top of a mattress in the same way as you would full-size pocket springs that are further down. So you get 2 layers of them, basically a 5 centimeter comfort layer pocket spring on the Hybrid Pro, but then we come to the Hybrid Luxe. It's the top end of the Simba lineup. It's 31 centimeters deep. That's a big size for a mattress. We've now got dual layers like we did in the Hybrid Pro, but we've also got another layer further down, so it's more like the support layer, 40 millimeter pocket springs. So in total, we have 9 centimeters of pocket springs, and I would still expect them to add up to being more or less like a 9 centimeter pocket spring, but being near the top, you will get other benefits from it, not least the amount of air that's going to flow increased cooling. Foam mattresses have a reputation, especially memory foam, that's not memory foam, for having heat issues. So you get the top of the range, it means you've got more pocket springs, it's a bigger mattress, it's a deeper mattress. There are other differences that I will get to later in this review, my experiences on the Simba Hybrid Luxe Mattress. So what we really want to know is, how does it feel? Before I'm going to lay on the mattress and tell you exactly how it feels, I'm going to show you the top cover. And before I even show you the actual top of the mattress itself, I do want to point out, got handles. Handles are great. Amazingly, you don't get them on all mattresses. And I know some companies don't put them on because they say it's another thing that's going to come off. It's another thing they're going to have to worry about as a warranty issue. But we do get them with Simba. I've got 4 on this mattress. This is a single mattress. If you get a larger, a double, a king size, a super king, you will have 8. So you'll have 2 at the ends and 2 on each side. I want to make a note of that because when you live with a mattress, and you have to, all these mattresses should be rotated, especially in the early days. And when you have to rotate a heavy mattress, these foam mattresses do come heavy, handles do make a difference. It's a point, it is something you need to note. The other big deal about this cover is, there are a couple of marks, if you've seen them, that's something I have done in my testing. It's nothing to do with the mattress. But we have a washable top cover. But when we say we have a washable top cover, you can wash it in a washing machine at 30 degrees. It's not the whole of the cover. It's the top part, and it's quite clever because I can unzip this from the top. That's brilliant. I don't have to start messing about flipping a mattress to get the zip from underneath. When I actually take this off, if I do that here, you will see I've still got a cover. So this isn't like a mattress, it's not a mattress protector, but it's like a mattress protector. Just note that when they say it's washable, it's that top removable portion. The rest of it is not machine washable, but that is handy, but it doesn't replace the mattress protector. The actual top of the mattress is 99% polyester, 1% elastane. Elastane is the stretchy material. We probably know it as Lycra. It is, I do like to get that in my covers because it does give it a nice stretchy feel. Just note, it's 1% elastane, 99% polyester. The sides are 100% polyester. The bottom is 55% polyester, 45% polypropylene. It's a 750 gram knitted cover. Polyester is used a lot in these covers because polyester is strong and durable, resistant to stretching and shrinking, and is highly wicking without absorbing moisture. You should also note though, polyester of course is made from petrochemicals, but does seem to be the material of choice for a lot of these mattress covers. So what's it like to sleep on? I have to say, me personally, it does come in at what I call the Goldilocks zone. That is, for me, a true medium feel mattress when compared to the range of mattresses you're likely to come across. Certainly get firmer mattresses and softer mattresses, and you may find this soft or firm depending on your own sensitivity. But I have to tell you, in the world of mattresses, all the mattresses I've tried, this is truly medium firm feel. That means it's likely to suit a lot more people than other firmness levels. I have had a good experience sleeping on this mattress. Now, this is slightly firmer than I normally like. It's also, I have a preference for memory foam. I like to sink in, still be supported, but I like a sink in type feel, especially being a side sleeper. That benefits me a lot. So I normally like a slightly softer mattress and a sinking in type mattress. This isn't one of those. This is what I call a lay on top feel. So you will feel like you're laying on top. You will not feel like you're sinking in. If you're a lot heavier than me, you might, but at a reasonably average 14-ish stone, that's the feel I get. It, compared to most other mattresses, you certainly have a sense of lying on top and not sinking in. I sink in where I need to though. It is a medium firm feel. That means you will get some sinkage. So you can clearly see I'm sinking in, but not, not all around, and it's not molding around me in the way memory foam will. However, my point being, I still found it a comfortable mattress. I did have some good night's sleep on this mattress. I enjoyed sleeping on this mattress, even though it's not in the ballpark of a mattress that I would normally have a preference for. It's not just that you lay on top, not just that you don't sink in. It's a very bouncy mattress. I say it's like having layered micro pocket spring layers. It's like add them up, it should still feel like Hooke's law and all that. It should still feel like a 9 centimeter, if they were literally on top of each other, it would feel like a 9 centimeter pocket spring, which is not huge. It's probably at the start what you'd call a full size pocket spring. But this is really bouncy, a lot bouncier than I was expecting. In fact, I would say of the current mattresses that I still have measurements for, because a lot of them are gone, like the Lisa and the Caspers and the likes. The bounciest mattress I've got, but hey ho, it's very bouncy, but it's still medium firm and it's still reasonably comfortable. I have to say, I think this is a really good option, a good mattress for sex. It's amazing how many of you really want to know that. So I have to keep telling you what I think makes a good mattress for sex. That's a good blend of bounce and comfort. So that's a medium firm feel with bounce. Maybe it's a slightly more bouncy than you would really want, but I think taking everything into account, if you're looking for a good mattress for sex, I have to say, I think this is a surprisingly good option. Who is it really going to suit? Certainly going to suit back sleepers, and it's certainly going to suit tummy sleepers. It's a good ballpark feel. The fact that you don't sink in too much, even though it's not a firm mattress, it's going to be, for an average size person, it's going to be good on your tummy. The one place I would say it may not be the greatest option, because it's so bouncy, because there's a lot of pushback, for a side sleeper on your shoulders, especially if you have shoulder issues, if you're sensitive to that, bear in mind, I think it suits tummy and back sleepers more than it would suit a side sleeper. But if you're heavier than me, you'll probably sink in quite fine. But certainly if you're lighter, if you're on the light side, may not be your best option for sleeping on the side. That goes for a lot of pocket springs. Any bouncy mattress, anything that has that pushback, is not going to be that side friendly. It's bouncy, it's really bouncy. What's that going to tell you? Almost always, the bouncier the mattress, it's not going to be so great for motion transfer. What does that mean? Your partner moves. How much of that movement across the mattress are you going to feel? A good mattress for motion transfer means it's not going to transfer much of that energy. Memory foam is brilliant for not transferring its energy. This is a very bouncy mattress. It's not got any memory foam in it. By the way, a lot of people are still confused between thinking foam is memory foam. Memory foam is made from polyurethane foam, and there is polyurethane foam in this, but memory foam is a very specific mix of a polyurethane foam. They are quite different in feel. So memory foam is not something you'll get in this mattress, and certainly to get the benefits of that, you need it near the top of the mattress. This isn't a great mattress for not experiencing transfer across the mattress, but that's not something I wouldn't have expected, given how it measures in other areas. Especially it doesn't have molding. And I should mention, I'll get to the layers in a minute. It's got the first layer is a thin 0.5 centimeters of wool batting. And wool is one of those materials we know is not molding, and it's often used because of that. Put it across a mattress that's a little bit dodgy, it will fill in the gaps. That's the whole point. It doesn't have molding characteristics, but it will kind of give it a level feel to the top of the mattress. Which brings me on also to talk about point elasticity. How molding is it? You push down in one area, how much foam outside that area is affected? On the Simba Hybrid Luxe, there is a little bit more foam affected than on the better mattresses that I have tried. But again, it's part of the feel of the mattress. If you don't like a sinking in feeling, that's where you're going to benefit because it's going to give you that lay on top. You're going to sink in where you need to, but it's going to be a graduated sinking in. That's why I don't say it's a sinking in feeling. Highly sinking in feeling mattresses, as in memory foam, means you're sinking only where you're pressing down. And a lot of people don't like that, not least because the more you just sink into the mattress itself and not graduated sinking in, it allows for heat buildup. So if you're sensitive to heat buildup, That's one of the reasons. It's because you are sinking in and you're being surrounded by foam. It's not going to happen on the Simba. There's many reasons. I'm going to get onto why Simba is a good mattress for not having heat issues, and that's one of them. Edge support. I actually found this surprisingly good. In fact, one of the best mattresses I've had. Here I am sitting on the edge. It is a big mattress, but obviously I'm sinking in a bit. But I'm not, the mattress is in no way 14 stone, the mattress is in no way collapsing. This one is actually a really good result of what you could expect from, in general, from mattresses. The thing to note about this is we talk about there's 3 layers of pocket springs. Well, they are boxed in. It's called encapsulated. It's something that you will find a lot in, not all, but in a lot of mattresses that have pocket springs because you get, one of the benefits of a pocket spring, not least that they move individually, is that not just an up and down movement, the bending side to side. The one place you don't want that is on the edge, because you get what we call the roll-off effect, or you feel like you're going to roll off, and in fact you may well roll off because it will start collapsing on the edge, because you're going to the edge, it's moving with you, and the pocket springs will move sideways. Not always great. So you will get pocket springs that are actually made to go on the side, but that's not common. And it's more common to have a foam around it, so around the edges, which I'm going to show you, 10 centimeters of boxing in, but it's quite a firm foam, which adds up to being really good for edge support. And now, the other point to note, 31 centimeters is a tall mattress. Who's going to benefit from that? And I want you to know, I'm pretty much in a good angle here with me thighs, me legs, for simply getting up. I can get up quite easily, but we have to say that's not the case for everybody. You want to get up from a comfortable position. So one thing to note, this mattress was half the size, I'd be down here. So sizing your mattress to get the right size for when you're sitting on the edge, if getting up is an issue for you, there may be other reasons why you want to get the height right. That's one benefit of having a tall mattress with a standard base, a really good angle. Another benefit of having a deep mattress would be you're on the heavy side. The heavier you are, the more you're going to interact with the layers below, which means if you have a thinnish mattress, again, imagine a mattress half this size, you're going to be interacting with the actual base layer. That's not really what you want, because that's the really firm layer. So if you're on the heavier side, you do want a deeper mattress. Obviously, you don't want there's no point in having a deeper mattress if you completely collapse into it. You're not going to do that on the Simba. So another benefit is if you're on the heavier side, you're going to interact more with the comfort layers rather than the firm base layers. I'm going to take the covers off. I'm going to show you the layers, talk about the layers in more detail. So the first really interesting thing about this mattress that is different from most other mattresses, certainly online, that you're going to find, the top layer. It's not foam, it's bamboo wool. It's not the thickest of layers, it's 0.5 centimeters thick. However, there's enough there that you're going to get some of the properties of having a wool on top. Not least, I've already mentioned, it doesn't mold in the same way as, say, a memory foam would. It's more about filling in gaps. You get a graduated sinking in. A lot of people do not like the full-on sinking feeling, and that's going to help with that. But however, the biggest thing, one of the biggest things to note about wool is it's known as the world's most breathable fiber. It can absorb up to 30% of its own weight in moisture, and it's highly temperature regulating. So it's not about keeping me cool. It will both keep you cool when things start getting hot, and it will keep you hot in the depth of winter. So it's temperature regulating. So it can hold a constant temperature, whether that means you want to get hotter or colder. Temperature regulating as opposed to sleeping just cool, for instance. It's also naturally hypoallergenic, is resistant to mold, and also inhibits dust mites. And if that wasn't enough, it's also highly fire resistant. And that's of note here, because if you use wool in your mattress, it means you can reduce the amount of fire retardants, the chemicals you have to use in the foams to pass the fire retardant laws, fire resistance laws. They do talk about reducing the need for fire retardants in the Simba. By the way, I've already pulled some of this apart to show you the pocket springs Obviously, it's not going to come like that. They talk about Simba Pure foam. What, of course, Simba Pure foam, it's a polyurethane foam, but it's Certi Pur certified. We've talked about this multiple times. Certi Pur is great because there's controls over and above the normal UK, EU laws, what you can put in a foam, what chemicals can be there, the amount of those chemicals. So it's a level above that, and they test and retest these mattresses to make sure they're still compliant. Certi Pur is certainly something you're going to want in a polyurethane foam mattress. When we talk about the smell of a mattress, we're really talking about VOCs, volatile organic compounds. It's the chemicals that will leach. They will leach mostly in the early stages of you opening up your mattress. That's why I always say, no matter what they say about when you can sleep on it, give it a good airing for 3 days, a well-ventilated room to let it do most of the leaching in that time. Talking about smells, I do have to mention, there was a chemically type smell with the Simba. I'm now 4 weeks on. It's gone entirely. I've got zero smell at this point, but I do want to point out it did take a while for that to dissipate. Absolutely normal with a foam mattress. So it's not just wool, it's bamboo. Bamboo again has a lot of the properties that you get with wool, in that it's naturally hypoallergenic. It's good for wicking, for getting rid of your moisture. You don't get a build-up of the feel that you're lying in your own sweat. That's what we mean by highly wicking. Bamboo you find in a lot of materials because it's quite desirable, because it's quite a soft and stretchy material. Now you're not really going to notice that within this thin layer. And then we come to the first main comfort layer, what they call Simba Pure foam. They'll talk about it being open cell. Well, all the foams that you get in a mattress are, as far as I've ever come across, are open cell, because closed cell would be pretty uncomfortable in the mattress. So it's open cell. Simba Pure is different because, now can you see, it's kind of a grey colour and it's got speckles in. What are those speckles? It's got added graphite. Why would you add graphite? Again, graphite is good for temperature regulating, for reducing the build-up of heat, and it's again fire retardant. So you add enough graphite, you can again reduce, and in some cases don't have a need for fire retardants. So I don't know what the level of fire retardants in the Simba is. Certainly going to be greatly reduced because we've got wool on top and we've got graphite in our top comfort layer. They call it a Simba Pure. It's a 2.5 centimeter layer, and it's obviously a soft feel. Part of the overall feel, as I said, it's kind of a graduated, definitely sinking in, but it's a graduated sinking in. And of course, as we already mentioned, Certi Pur certified. And then we come on to probably, finally it gets to it, what we really wanted to know. 2 layers of micro pocket springs. Here they are, as you can see, it's one layer on top of another. To all intents and purposes, that's a 5 centimeter spring. You add 2 springs in series, it's like having one bigger spring anyway. So if you're one of those people that comes along and says, well, look, it collapses quite a bit, there is a little bit more resistance than you would get in a single 2.5 centimeter micro pocket spring, but there is still, it's for the comfort layer. So do not expect it to be massively firm against your hand. You don't want it that near the top to be that firm. It's certainly adding a lot of bounce, adding durability to layers above it. And it's again going to be part of the reason why it's more of a graduated sinking in than a straightforward sink right in like you would with memory foam. And here what we're talking about, 10 centimeters of boxing in. It's actually quite a firm foam, and that's why it's really good for edge support. It's called encapsulated, it's boxed in. Below that we're going to have, as you would want to expect to find below pocket springs, stability. Obviously they're very bendy, they move every which way but loose. We want stability, so there's a thin 1.5 centimeter stability layer. Again, all the foams used in this mattress are Certi Pur certified. And then below that we have one single layer, 4 centimeter pocket springs. By the way, 2.5 centimeter high, 2 centimeters across, the same again, 4 centimeters high and 4 centimeters across. Again, on their own, there's not a huge amount of resistance, but if you get them, once you start trying to do that against all of them, it's like a 9 centimeter pocket spring. But the other thing to note is, as I said, 4 centimeters, these are a lot bigger. bigger and wider. So you've got more pocket springs here because they are smaller, so you can fit more in. You often see, they say the most full-size pocket springs you can fit in a mattress is probably around 2,000. If you see more than 2,000, it normally means it's because they are layered or they're smaller than a standard size pocket spring. These are all smaller than standard size pocket spring. And they say up to you expect to get up to 6,000 in your king size. So we've already mentioned, especially a pocket spring that size, it's going to be boxed in. That's not going to be great on the side because what you said isn't that much resistance. It's more about comfort. But this is going to be an intermediate level between a support and a comfort, whereas these are pure comfort, but you still want your edge support. They put foam on the side. What's the downside of that? Well, it means it's not quite a consistent feel across the mattress. So it's going to feel a little bit different in the middle than it will on the edge. It's going to feel a little bit firmer, but you do want that on the edge than it will in the middle. Then, of course, as I already mentioned again, a stability layer because of the pocket springs above. That's 3.5 centimeters. And then our base layer, which I hope you can see, is zoned. Why do they zone it out? Well, they zone it because they're trying to think of what kind of a firmness level do most people want, and they decided, well, they probably want a bit more softness, certainly in the shoulder area. We cut a bit out. We call that castellated foam. It means they've cut channels into it. It means there's going to be a bit more give in that area compared to there. I press down there, certainly you get more sinkage in that area. So it's going to be at the shoulder level where you get a little bit more, but I already mentioned because of the amount of bounce back, still not going to be that side sleeper friendly. And that is your integrated base layer, which means you can only rotate the mattress, as most of these online mattresses are. It's a non-flip, which means it's really important how you look after these mattresses in the early days. In fact, Simba put this in the warranty, I want to point out, and they say rotating your mattress regularly is one of the very few conditions of your 10-year warranty. I didn't mention that. 200 a night trial. You don't like it, you send it back, it's cost you nothing. So 200 nights to try it and the 10-year warranty. Always read the details though in the warranty. They do differ from mattress to mattress, and a mattress warranty is not like having a warranty on other items. Take it for a 180-degree spin. So they want you to rotate it once a month for the first 3 months. Then every 3 to 6 months for the rest of its life. That's part of the requirements of the warranty. But even breaking in is important for any mattress. One of the testing I do is to measure the firmness level day one, and then like on this mattress, 4 weeks down the line, because you will get local softening on all these mattresses. And people will start saying, well, I've got a dip. Some mattresses will dip and it's a fault of the mattress. However, when you don't rotate it and you're not getting the wear, they all need a breaking in. All mattresses will have a breaking in period where the foams themselves will take on a different consistency. And so that means if you haven't broken them in evenly, if you haven't rotated, so you differ where you are actually laying on the mattress, some areas will be softer than the others. You will describe that as, well, it's sinking in, I've got a dip there, but you wouldn't be feeling that if there was a more even in wearing. In fact, I'm not suggesting you do this on this mattress. I haven't actually looked at the warranty. But in general, it's often said, as long as you're not too heavy, maybe get a child to do this for you, a few minutes a day, when you first get a mattress, walking gently for a few minutes across your mattress, a small child, will help to get that breaking in even. I'm not suggesting you do that on Simba. May even be a warranty issue. But it's often, I'm trying to stress here, getting the wear even in the first few days and weeks is going to be so important for how your mattress is down the line. It's a big old mattress. Based on weighing my mattress, you can expect the king size to be 43 kilos. So just bear that in mind, why handles become so important on a mattress like this. But there is a lot of mattress here. It does add up to what I would expect to be a good mattress for cooling compared to other mattresses, because two separate layers of pocket springs allowing for increased air circulation. It's going to help the layers above. We've got wool on top, bamboo wool on top. That's going to help with any heat issues. It's a lay on top mattress rather than the sinking in. That's going to help with any heat build-up issues. We've got graphite in the top comfort layer. That's going to help with any heat issues. So again, one of the benefits of this mattress, if you're looking at this mattress, is you're likely to have less heat issues than you are on other similar mattresses. So overall, as I said, me personally, I'm not you. Remember, the feel of a mattress is very subjective. All the time people just want to know, oh, well, is it comfortable or not? Can we just, I can't, that's the one thing I can't tell you. I can tell you what the properties of a mattress are. I cannot tell you if you will find that mattress comfortable, because we all have different sensitivities. Not only do we have different sensitivities, our own sensitivities change over time. Not least, it's going to be determined by the last mattress you have, what you were used to then, how you will get on with a new mattress. That's why they say at least give it 30 days. Absolutely, how you get on with the mattress will change from day 1 to day 30 as your body adjusts to a new feel. Your mind maps. Your brain wants and expects something different, and then over time it will adjust. My personal experience on this mattress was positive. I found it surprisingly comfortable for me personally on a mattress that normally I wouldn't have been that happy on. A lot of bounce, not normally my thing. Not enough local sinking in, as in memory foam, not normally my thing. However, I did enjoy sleeping on it. I was looking forward to sleeping on it, to be honest. But know what you're looking for to determine if that's going to be a good mattress for you. So I should mention as well, I was talking about softening, I think before. In terms of local softening, I did mention it's really important, the breaking in. This is one of the better mattresses I've had for local softening. They all soften. I've only, I think, had 2 mattresses that didn't actually soften up at all in the first 4 weeks. And this is just beyond those. There was a little bit of softening up, but less than most mattresses I've had. So a consistent feel from day 1 to day 28 on this mattress. Most mattresses, I cannot say that most mattresses will have a lot of local softening, especially where my hips are. Why even breaking in is really important. However, I found this held up really well. This was certainly one of the better mattresses I've tested for local softening in the early stages. So overall, a positive experience. Know what you're looking for in a mattress. And I hope if you get this mattress, you have a fantastic sleep. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in another video.